So today's the King's birthday. Might be some events on. It's a public holiday, kids are off school. Kids will be happy. I've just met two ladies I know, China and Sockney. And China's got to work today. She works at Embargo Craft Beer Bar. She's got two jobs and she works at a coffee shop in the morning. So this is the Royal Garden, so they've got something going on here. As you'd expect on the King's birthday. Yeah, we checked his age last night when I was at the supermarket, so he's 72 years old. Looks like I've got some sort of parade coming. Oh wow. That might be a funeral actually. Might be someone quite important. I think it was someone quite, well yeah, it's definitely someone quite important. They don't do that for everybody. Looks like, I think that was a police uniform. There's quite a few relatives. Yeah, it's police. Oh, so I'm not the only one filming. Wow, there's so many cars. So they're going up towards Angkor Wat. Yeah, that is a massive parade. Wow. So many people. Little kid wave. I did this. Motorbike crew at the back. That must have been like 70 cars. I mean, all these guys. And I guess they'll go to a Buddhist temple to do the funeral. I don't think they buried people at Angkor Wat. So a little social media thing that I'm going to have to consider is if I find somewhere I like. Yeah, if I find somewhere I like, I'm going to have to not put it on social media. Because I just realised, like, the thing that I really like about all the places that I've been going in Siem Reap on a regular basis is the lack of foreigners and well, generally the lack of people there. I like the quietness, and I'm part of the problem putting it on social media. Yeah, so in the future, if I travel to places and I'm not going to go back, I'll put those places on. Like when I go to Taiwan now, I'll film those places. But if I find somewhere that I might like to live, like Siem Reap, and I find some good coffee shops and places to eat, and it's going to be my places, I ain't going to share them unless I know you. Because the problem with people that get their ideas on what to do and where to go off social media is, ironically, they don't tend to be my kind of people. I like people that think for themselves and go and explore by themselves. I've got the feeling a few people that have turned up recently at places I've been going here have seen something on social media which has given them the idea, and they're not my kind of people. Sorry if that's you, but I quite like being alone, solitary a lot of the time. Oh look, so it's mango season, like literally this lady's just picking up mangoes off the floor here. Wow. They have abundance. You don't need to go to the market if you want mangoes. Just pick them up. No, you have those. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, someone gave me mangoes 2 nights. Is that literally just fallen out? I think that literally just fell out of a tree. There's not someone up there, is there? Oh, there is. Oh, there's a squirrel that's knocking the mangoes out of a tree. Ah! There's a little squirrel up there. And that's what's bringing the mangoes down. I don't know if this lady owns the squirrel. So yeah, she's got about 10 mangoes. And yeah, there's a little squirrel up there that's knocking them out of a tree. It's probably going to come down in a minute thinking it's got a big pile of mangoes waiting downstairs, not knowing this lady's come and robbed them all. Wow. So I've been here almost 4 months and I can't believe there's another foreigner down there filming on his camera. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, what have I done? I'm part of the problem. Bringing all these foreigners to Siem Reap, and specifically this area, which is like the most beautiful part of it. God damn it. Yeah, people are quite curious to know why I want to go back to Taiwan. One of the reasons is the high barriers to entry. It's hard to get visas and settle there, but I like that. I'm quite happy to be like the only foreigner in my neighbourhood and be like completely submersed. In fact, yeah, to be honest, that's the way I prefer it. It's hard to believe now, but when I used to live up near Chiang Mai University, on the Wat Im Mong side of it, there were no foreigners. Like, I'd go like, apart from when I went to work at the university, like in my neighbourhood there were no foreigners. You'd never see a foreigner. Very rarely. Now, absolutely everywhere, thanks to social media. Thank you, YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful now. I've got to be more disciplined. It sounds like we're doing a Buddhist festival over there. What day is it today? It is Thursday, the 14th, is it? 14th? Yeah, I think it's the 14th. Right, gotta get my lazy ass over to Taiwan. My gym membership's up, my visa's almost up. I'm kind of glad I didn't extend. Part of me is like, oh, you should have got another 90-day extension on the visa, but I just think I'd end up being lazy. I'm kind of having to force myself to move on. King's birthday, so we sang some prayers. It's the King's birthday today. King of Cambodia.
How old is he?
He was 72 yesterday, so I guess he's 73 today.
There you go, just in front of me.
So they're doing a blessing downstairs. Apparently this is for the construction project. Not for the King's birthday. Been going on for a while. Tying bracelets. Yeah, I'll tell you one of the big problems with YouTube and keeping your special places quiet and not attracting too much attention to them. Like if you're a small channel like me who just does it really for friends and family mainly to show them, right, I don't want to be a massive like influencer. I don't want loads of people to watch videos I make and then flood to nice quiet places. But the problem I've found is a lot of the big YouTubers, they don't tell you this, but they comb through the internet for ideas, and they often look at small channels like mine where they can get fresh ideas. They're very let's call them lazy, so they'll go in, they'll pick out things that look really interesting. There's a ton of places that I've been that are amazing, that have never been like on YouTube, whatever, and then you get one of these big influencers. Yeah, you get one of the bigger influencers gets hold of your places or ideas, and the next thing you know, all the other big influencers copy their idea, and the next thing you know, your little place that no one knew about, all of a sudden 1 million people know about it. So yeah, if you find somewhere that you really like, keep it quiet. Don't put it on the internet, because even if you have kind of a small, like I say, a small channel on YouTube or a small Instagram or a public Facebook or something like that, these bigger ones, these bigger influencers will go on a fishing expedition, let's call it, for fresh ideas. And they'll pick out your ideas and your places, and the main thing for me is just they get ruined by too many people going to them. I mean, I think it's incredibly rude to steal other people's ideas and not acknowledge them. I used to use a guy called Vietnam Coracle for a lot of my travel ideas in Vietnam. I always said that's where I got my roots and my ideas from. But you get these people and they even fake it, and they say, oh yeah, I was looking at the map and I ran over this place. It's complete bullshit. You'll find a lot of the bigger YouTubers are complete bullshitters. They're not straight, but they're playing a character. They're trying to make money. They're not your friend. They're just trying to make a buck. So yeah, my main point in all of this being, as I've said now a few times, if you find a nice place, something you like, somewhere you like, keep it to yourself, which is hard to do. I've made the mistake of putting places online that I wish now, to be honest, I kept to myself, because you'd be amazed how easy it is to keep things off the mainstream grid if you're not promoting them. Yeah. Think of it like the beach, you know, that Leonardo DiCaprio movie. It started out as a book, then it became a movie, and now that place has been absolutely ruined by over tourism. So yeah, let's keep our special places quiet. Yeah, so geckos are like a natural form of pest control. They eat flies, cockroaches, mosquitoes. So they're a good alternative to chemical pesticides. Interesting, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. Gotta work now, making freshness. Eggs first. 3 eggs. Again. Thank you. I was thinking that I hadn't seen my lily guy for a few days, but I think the explanation is quite simple. Lily season is over. That is why he is not here, harvesting the lilies that are not here. So yeah, I just noticed that. I was looking out and I was like, oh, there's no flowers today. So maybe it's a very brief window when the lilies flower and they harvest them, and then it's all over. I'll have to do my research. I am not sure. Look at the beautiful orange blossom on those trees. All the way down. It's so beautiful. So it's Friday the 15th today. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday is the end of my visa, so I've got to look to get out of here. Oh, such a beautiful way to start the day. I did my jog this morning, down and back, and I went home, put my flippies on, and I've done my walk to Time Coffee. What a way to wake up in the morning. There's a lady jogging there. A lot of people are cracking on to how beautiful this place is now. There's so many more people doing the exercise loop than I've ever seen. Either jogging or walking. A lot of joggers, Westerners. I saw China and Sockney on my morning walk. They gave me a wave from the other side of the road. it's nice. I tend to see the same people every day. There's like a lady in a restaurant, she always says hello to me, and oh, it's just nice. One of the guys I used to work with is on the Portuguese island of Madeira at the moment. Just posted some beautiful photos from there. Huh. Some of the cleaners that I used to know in London came from Madeira. It was weird, they all came from Madeira, which is like a small island. But they've been in England for years. But I'm going to miss this place. It's been so cool staying here. It's such a nice little spot. But as I've said to myself, I can always come back. I will take a break, go away, and I can decide if I want to come back. So I think the final piece of the jigsaw is going in today. We're almost finished. We are hanging up plants. Beautiful. Careful. Oh, very nice. Good job. Oh. Nice today, it's not quite so hot. Had a few clouds when I went jogging this morning. That was good. Oh, there's new. Got food stands you can rent. That's cool. And there's one here as well. Come and sell some snacks. So they're trying to stop them doing the motorbikes on the cycle paths. So they do go very fast. A lady said hello to me this morning. She was bringing her young daughter out of school. She's apparently got a fever. She's going to the hospital. The lady said she's a nurse that works in the maternity ward at the hospital. She said she knows me. I'm like, oh, okay. Said, oh, you say hello to my daughter sometimes, so, in the fitness park. So yeah, I've met so many people here now. But yeah, I can literally someone come up and say hello, and I can't always place them. But that's nice. Again, it's just a sign of how incredibly friendly they are here. There's a lot of countries where they just won't approach you for different reasons. Sometimes they're shy, sometimes they're culturally conservative, and there's all kinds of reasons. But I've never met anywhere where everyone's as open as they are here, male and female, young, old, middle. Very, very open people. So I went to the bank about an hour and a half earlier today, 9:30, and it was so quiet. That's the first time I've ever got served straight away, so it's worth going a little bit earlier, it seems. You wait till like 11, it gets a bit jammed, you know. So my two Australian friends have gone down to Cambodia near the south coast. It's just a bit inland on the estuary. So those two have gone. I met Brett for the first time yesterday, who's Barbie's friend, who's known her for 40 years, who spent 20 years living in Hanoi and recently retired here to Siem Reap. And asked him how it was living in Hanoi because of how busy it is, and he said he found it very hard to survive the last 10 years there because of that reason. He said when he first got there in the early 2000s there was hardly a car on the street, and now obviously, well, if anyone goes you'll see the traffic is pretty much gridlocked in some parts of the city. It's very heavy and it's noisy. It's so noisy. 20 years ago, oh, it must have been so nice. I didn't go to Vietnam for the first time until 2015, so I never got to see it, but probably similar to what China was like. There's this new beggar guy with a red bucket. He's just appeared since New Year. Like, never seen him. I've been here almost 4 months. And now his regular morning route is pretty much as soon as I get to the coffee shop, he walks past. And he just stops in front of me and stares at me. But the problem is he smells so bad. Literally, even if he's standing a metre or two away from me, like as soon as he approaches, the smell goes straight into my nostrils. So I've just had to get up and leave and do a little walk. Because, yeah, it's just very unpleasant. I don't mind helping people from time to time, but I'm not sponsoring a guy every single day who walks around with a red bucket, who doesn't say a word. I think he's quite aware of what he's doing actually. I think it might be a bit of an act. But it's just strange how he's appeared, because normally, yeah, they have their set little routes and routines, and this guy, I've never seen him. And now I'm seeing him every single morning. But, oh, you don't know what someone's been through, I guess. There you go. Hello. So this is near my hotel. I'm just going to have some pork, egg and rice. Oh, hello. Yeah, that looks really nice. Got soup as well. This is where I start my run every morning. That's Bayon City Mart. I stretch and then I run down there. Been exercising for about an hour. That sauce is really spicy. It's really good. I had to watch them. They gave me a fried egg and then I said no, I prefer the omelette. It's much nicer. They give you tea here as well if you want it. It's a really pleasant environment. And the soup's got a medicinal taste. I've never had that before. Very different. They're waving to me over in the shop. They can see me. That was really good. Pretty healthy as well. You can choose what type of egg you have. Oh, the omelette's sold out. She's making more at the back there. Chicken, ribs, pork. I had that one. Fish. Yeah, so I started my morning at 5:20 here with a stretch, and then I ran down there for about a mile and then walked back along the river and went out for coffee that way. I've come back. It's the first time I've ever had breakfast because I've not been eating breakfast, but I felt I needed it today. And I was going to go to a place by the river, but it's very busy and there's not really anywhere to sit. So yeah, they're very friendly here at the supermarket. Everyone knows me. I was sat there having my breakfast and then I realised she was waving to me through the window. This is Brin. It's like a Cambodian cherry. And we've got donuts. What do you call this one?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
The same English?
Yeah. No. Cambodian.
Cambodian. Chak Kwai. Chak Kwai.
Chak Kwai.
Yeah.
Oh, Java plum. Chak Kwai. No, I'm being good. I'm full. Thank you. So that was really nice. It was only 6,000, which is like £1, $1.50. That was for the omelette, pork, rice, soup, and salad. That's really nice, and they're very friendly. They always say hello. This is Lady Gaga getting her breakfast. What are you eating? Processed noodles and sausage. Okay, the swimming pool is finished. Apparently you can use it. I've been here 3 months and I've used the swimming pool once, and then I decided I'm not going to use it ever again. Right, that's good news. I found my headphones. I left them at a coffee shop yesterday, and I've been there this morning. No one said anything to. Well, there's only one girl working, but she said nothing. But then one of the other girls had it, so good. I hate losing things. It's one of my pet hates in life, losing anything. I thought, where could they? I checked my room. I've just been back to my room. I checked there and they weren't there, but now I found them. That's good. Oh God. I don't want to leave. So this time next week, my visa's up. I got to leave. It's interesting, which sucks. So I've got to be honest. When I came here 4 months ago, I had no intention of staying this long. It's really surprised me by how nice it's been here in Cambodia. And I'm kind of thinking that if I'd thought things through a bit more, I might have extended my visa again. But I haven't anyway. I can go away and come back. But I've got a really nice place to stay. The staff are lovely at my place. Really nice. The location is, for me, it's perfect. I like quiet, so it's perfect for me. I'm just walking to one of my favourite coffee shops for the afternoon. Been in another coffee shop this morning, all within walking distance. I made a little bit of a mistake of not going to the gym this week, which was probably a bad idea. I kept thinking I was going to be leaving, and I didn't leave. Oh wow, so the wedding place, they've gutted it. Oh wow, must be building something. Unless they're renovating. It's gone. No wedding, nobody getting married. I'm gonna really miss this place. Got the cyclists. I've been here almost every single afternoon at 4 o'clock for the past 4 months. I know all the staff. Well, there's a few different ones. I've got a little baby. It's just so nice to come here for a couple of hours in the afternoon, do some photo or video editing. I've got this beautiful art. Drinks are really good. This is a lime honey tea. But yeah, I go out and have a little walk around, and every now and again. I've got the river just here. It's really beautiful. So I'm just checking my external memory drive. I've got 3 of these bloody things where I keep my data. I thought I'd lost the footage of when I flew from Vietnam to Taiwan in April last year, but I couldn't find it yesterday. I was having a few beers. This is what the problem is when you drink. No matter how hard I searched yesterday, I was convinced I couldn't find the footage, and I've just found it. It's right there. So that's good. Yeah, I always like to show that part of the journey, because I flew from Hanoi to Kaohsiung. It was the first time I'd ever done that flight to the south of Taiwan, so I think it's very interesting for people. It's fascinating, like the connection between Kaohsiung airport and the centre of the city where I was staying. There's an underground train that costs next to nothing and takes you in, like, I think it was less than 30 minutes from the airport to the centre of downtown. Really good. And I'm about probably to do that again. I'm going to fly to the south again for what will be probably my final tour of Taiwan, unless I'm going to settle down there. Got another cycling gang heading off towards Angkor Wat. Saturday today. Lots of people relaxing. 4:32 in the afternoon on the 16th of May. I don't normally sit on this side. It was full over there today. It's actually quite interesting because you've got the traffic lights. You see lots of people. That is, I believe, the Raffles Hotel. And Barbie, who's staying at my hotel, said when her sister, he drinks already. When her sister visited, she went there for dinner, and it's Raffles. It's like a 5-star hotel. So, but I hadn't realised it was a Raffles. Maybe I should go and check that out. Yeah, so that is Raffles Hotel right there. It is £227 UK a night, so it's over $250 a night, but it does look incredible. Afternoon tea, nice bathroom, beautiful pool. Wow, so that's what's behind it. It does look very nice. Clean it. A couple of Bristers going home on their motorbikes. A motorbike, they're sharing one. So yeah, you can park out here. You have to give the guy a little bit of money if you don't work here. I don't know how much they give him. It's not a lot. It seems to be common all over town. You pay a little bit of money to park your bike wherever you are, pretty much. I was thinking there was a lot of gay guys in the coffee shop. Like, normally you don't see that many around. Like, obviously gay. And then it just occurred to me, something flashed up on my phone today that it's the Gay Pride Festival in Siem Reap from yesterday, the 15th, until the 18th. 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, yes. So it's a 4-day gay pride festival. They had a big parade downtown last night. I had no idea what was going on. But that's what's going on. Right, I'm on my way to dinner. Oh, so yeah, I've had a week off the gym. I'm actually feeling quite well rested now. I might go to the gym tomorrow. I feel, yeah. I need to sharpen up a little bit. Oh, that's beautiful. Sunset. So I normally have this view in the morning, but I'm stood just over there by that tree doing my stretches after I've been jogging. And I look over that way and I look over that way. Quite a few people like to exercise in the evening, but I'm an early morning guy. I'm a 5 o'clock in the morning guy. Oh, we've got the girls haying. Gotta be careful around it. Almost got whacked on the head. Oh, is he gonna save it? Oh, I put him off. Look at that for a beautiful sunset. See you guys. These two are playing out every night when I walk past to dinner. They're normally constructing something. See you later, guys. They gave me a leaf. Don't know what to do with it. I got a leaf. Oh, so nice. Right, so the plan has been hatched. So we're in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Pretty much got to go across the whole country to get to Vietnam, but they do a direct bus overnight here. It takes 13 hours, and that includes going through immigration into Vietnam, which will be in the middle of the night, which will be quite good because then it'll be quiet. Or first thing in the morning. So yeah, there's a company called IBIS, the same as the hotel group. which an Australian told me it's a bird. An ibis is a bird apparently. But that's the name of the company, bus company. It's down on the river, about 1.5 kilometres from here. Went past it this morning on my exercise. So $55 one way, and that takes you from here all the way. There's probably toilets on the bus. It's like the best quality bus, I think. It's got all the best reviews. Probably got toilets on the bus and everything. So I don't want to do it too often, but it just makes sense. Otherwise, I'm paying quite a lot of money for a flight. There's very limited flights from here. In fact, I think you might have to change in Phnom Penh. I don't think there's a direct flight from here to Saigon. Or maybe there is. So my visa expires next Saturday. So I think I'm going to leave on Friday, which will mean I'll get to Vietnam on Saturday morning and check in there. I'll spend a couple of nights in Saigon. And then they've got loads of flights to Kaohsiung in Taiwan, the city I want to go to from Saigon, and they're not too expensive, so that is the plan. So I was going to have breakfast here yesterday, but it was pretty much full. And the place near my hotel is actually nice, so it's surrounded by kind of green. There's no dogs. There's a few dogs here that sit and beg for food. And they give you a portion of salad, whereas there it's just laid out in boxes on the table. You kind of serve yourself. I kind of like the fact that it's all organised better at my place near my hotel. Yeah, so that feels about right. I'm going to go to the visa agent, CamSmile, today, and just say if I come back to Cambodia after Taiwan, like what's the best visa for me to be on. It's probably going to be the same one I've had this time. The business visa on arrival extended by 3 months at a time for $100. The business visa on arrival is $35. I think I can get it at land crossing, so I could get a bus back from Saigon to here, and that's what I'm going to check at CamSmile, whether I can get the business visa at the land border. It's sometimes a bit weird. They'll do a certain visa at the airport, but they won't offer it at land borders, so I just need to double check on that. The pleasures of living in foreign countries where visas are required. Yeah, so part of me is kind of sad about the fact that I'm leaving, but another part is like, it's probably a good idea. I read a really good quote this morning. What was it? Something is about connected to energy, where your energy flows, progress grows, or something along those lines. I'll read it later. So I'm doing the same I did on my second trip to Taiwan. I'm flying to Kaohsiung, the big city in the south of the island. Staying at the same place if I can get in. I'm sure I can. The single in. It's really nice. And then instead of going anti-clockwise around the island like I did that time, this time I'm going clockwise, and I'm going to head up to Chiayi, but I'm thinking I might spend a night in Tainan, or 2 nights in Tainan on the way up, because I've got a hotel there and the people are so nice, and Tainan's cool, and there's a few more things to see in Tainan. So it's the ancient capital or the ancient city in Taiwan. It's really nice, so I might end up spending time there. But the 2 main new places that I'll be heading to will be Chiayi, which is a big city just after Tainan, and I'll go up to Alishan Mountain and see the national park there. And after that we go to Yukang, the ancient city, ancient little town. But I'm not going to stay there because it's quite small. I'm going to stay in, is it Changhua? Yeah. I think I'm going to plan for about 3 weeks initially and just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Right, flight is booked. Next Saturday we're headed for Kaohsiung in the south of Taiwan, and we're going to explore the west coast of Taiwan. So until yesterday there was a pier there, but there'd been a load of homeless people sleeping on it, men. I think they were drug addicts. They used to swim it, but there were piles of garbage here that I think were being created by them. But they only appeared over the last like 2 weeks. So someone was like, I know how to get rid of them, we'll rip the pier apart. I think that's what's happened. There's another pier over there, but I think this was popular because it's got shade from these trees. There you go. So it is Monday the 18th of May 2026. I booked my ticket to Taiwan yesterday. But I'm flying from Vietnam because they don't really have flights from Phnom Penh. If they do, they're pretty expensive. So if I've got to go all the way to Phnom Penh anyway, I figured I might as well go all the way to Saigon, because I've got loads of flights. I've got a cheap flight return to Saigon. I've got to go down there later to the Ibis bus station, which is on, ticketing office is on the river. Ibis, like IBIS, and they do an overnight sleeper bus to Ho Chi Minh, Saigon. So yeah, I get that ticket, I take that bus on Thursday night, I'll arrive in Vietnam on Friday morning, well around midday, and then I'm flying at 7:30 in the morning, but it's good, I checked yesterday. Yeah, where the bus drops me off in Saigon is near the airport, rather than near like the backpacker downtown area that's popular with travellers. So I think I'm just going to get a hotel where the bus drops me off, and then I can get a quick taxi to the airport at like 3 o'clock in the morning. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, about 3 o'clock in the morning. I will get a taxi to the airport. I quite like that I'm flying that early. Works really well actually, because it's a 3-hour flight to Taiwan, so I arrive in Taiwan close to midday because of the time difference, and then by the time I get through immigration and everything, and take the train into Kaohsiung Central Station, it'll be almost time to check into my hotel. But yeah, I'm excited now. I was just working out in my head this morning I did my jog down and then I walked back, and I worked out roughly my route. I'm going to go around Taiwan anti-clockwise, starting in Kaohsiung. Then I'm going to go to My Lai for 4 nights and visit Alishan. Spend a bit longer there just so I can settle in and work out a few more details of my route. And then I go to the next Changhua, I think it's the next one, and from there I'll stay 2 or 3 nights, and from there I'll go and visit Yukang, the ancient town, then Taoyuan for a couple of nights. Yeah, Taoyuan's one of those places where if you tell people you're going to Taoyuan, they'll be like, why the hell would you go to Taoyuan? There's nothing there. There is. It's a big city, it's close to the airport, it's a huge city. It's where a lot of the industry is, a lot of the factories are based around Taoyuan. But I met a woman in Tam Sui last year, and she was from Taoyuan. I met her on the Sky Train, and she asked me if I'd ever visited Taoyuan. I thought it was a strange question. I was like, is there anything to see there? And she's like, oh yeah, there's lots of stuff to see there actually. Yeah, there's one place, I think it's called Daxi or Daxi, D-A-X-I. And that's an ancient little town. So yeah, Taoyuan, and then I think for 1 or 2 nights for nostalgia, I'll go back and stay at Hay Bear Capsule Hotel. And then I might go and climb to somewhere where you get a view of Taipei if the weather's nice. There's a mountain, what's it called? I can't remember. There's a few places where you can go to get a really good view over the city. And then there's a town, as I head out of Taipei, which is in the very north, there's a town It's quite big. Not very famous for anything, but it's about an hour or so away on the train. So rather than going straight to Hualien, which takes like, I think it's like 3 hours, I'll break it up. Yeah, offhand, I don't even know the name of that place, but I might spend 2 nights there. It's close to the ocean and it's got views back to the mountains behind it. And it's quite a good size, so there'll be some stuff to see there. And then I fancy Hualien because it's one of the nicest hostels. Well, I had a private room, it's like a hotel. It's one of the nicest places I've ever stayed. It's got this beautiful lounge overlooking a park and the railway station. And the staff are really cool. It's just breakfast included. It's really good. The place I'm not going to go back to is Tai Dung because well, I spent 3 nights there last year and I've seen everything. I would say if you're going to go there, try to stay, I'd say, near the ocean rather than, I stayed near the station. There is some prehistoric ruins there, but apart from that, it's pretty, there's not much going on. Yeah, and Tai Dung station is about, I don't know, like 5 kilometers from the centre of town. Or from the beach where most of the things are going on. So that's where you really want to be. And then I'm going to go from Hualien or to the bottom of Taiwan. Can't remember the name of that station either, but it's quite an interesting little fishing town. So I think I might stay there one night and then the next day I'll go to a place called Henchun, which is a famous old historic town in the very south. I didn't go there last year, I went to Kenting instead. Yeah, I've got like 25 days, so Henchun for 3 nights. There's a lot to see there. I'm going to go to the aquarium. There's a nice beach, not far away. Probably rent an electric bike. And then, where am I going to go? Oh, and then back to Kaohsiung. I don't know if there's a town called Pingtung, which is quite famous, I think, for like hill tribes, kind of between Kenting and Kaohsiung. So I might stop there. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to it. I know I've got a budget. I'm not going to go stupid, but I've got enough money for it, and it's just going to be. I'm looking forward to trying things like turkey rice, which is a famous dish in Chiayi. I'm looking forward to going up to the mountains. I've seen the mountains from a distance, but I haven't been up into the mountains, so that'll be quite nice. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Taiwan. I just love it. Someone was asking me why I like it so much this week. A guy from New Zealand was asking me. And one thing, I couldn't remember what I wanted to tell him, but you get a better class of traveller. You don't get dickheads going to Taiwan. I said to him, most of them don't even know Taiwan exists. Yeah, we'll let the backpackers go to other places, but Taiwan's like a little oasis where you get quite a sophisticated. I met like people that had come specifically to do like mountain trekking, people that had come to do diving off places like Green Island. I met a diplomat from Switzerland who was stationed in Beijing, who was on holiday. Like, you just meet some. I met some really cool people. I met a proper digital nomad who didn't want to be called a digital nomad, who'd been like traveling and working off his laptop for 20 years, man. All over the world. Ludong, that's the place I couldn't remember. So we got Taipei here. And the way the train goes, which I'll be using, comes out this way. And then it goes down to Ludong. There. And then I'll go down to Hualien. And then all the way down, wow, that's a long one, there's a place on the coast here, Bangliao. Might stay there a night. Then we'll go down to Henchun on the bus, because there's no train down there. But yeah, the main part of the trip is going to be on this west coast at Chiayi and Changhua and Taoyuan. So I'm looking at renting a electric bike in Hentune. It's about £15 a day. An electric scooter, sorry. I think I'll do it just for one day because I want to go up around the headland and up the east coast at the very tip of Taiwan. That'd be cool. And if you rent electric scooters, you don't have to have an international driver's license, which I've got. It's just out of date and there's no way I can get one. But with the electric you don't need it. So yeah, I want to rent it here and I want to ride it around. Probably, oh, that'd be a good loop. I've already been down here. I stayed there last time and I went down on the bus. It's not that far, but that would be a great loop. This bit here, absolutely beautiful. That's the Pacific Ocean there. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Sounds like a plan. So I'm locked and loaded for Taiwan. This time yesterday I hadn't even planned to book a flight, but it just all fell into place well yesterday. The place in the south where I'm taking the train to is Phang Liao. That's where the station is, the furthest kind of southern main station. There's a town there. And the place in the north east, Ludong, is the place. Oh, it's great though because I've got 4 days to get everything sorted out. I need things like I need to do an arrival card online for Taiwan because it's a pain in the ass. Some people don't do that or don't know they have to, and if you don't do it in advance you end up doing it at the airport and it's a real fiddle messing about filling out a piece of paper with pens and crayons, and no, I ain't gonna do that. I've got to book a hotel for one night in Saigon on Friday night. I've got to get some money for Vietnam, some dong probably. If I can, it would just make it easier. And if I can get some NTD, some new Taiwanese dollars, that would be quite useful as well. I don't want to use the ATM at the airport in Taiwan because I did that last year. It was quite expensive, not crazy, but it was a fair bit more expensive than using one once you get into the city. But I need a little bit of money just to catch the train into town from the airport. Oh, we had a lot of rain last night. That was the biggest rain we've had. It rained for hours last night, which is fine. I was in bed, but yeah. Woohoo! So Thursday night, 10 PM the bus goes. It's a late one. 10 PM, and then the idea is you sleep. Then you wake up in the morning at the Vietnamese border crossing, get out, get your visa, get stamped into Vietnam. I don't need a visa to Vietnam. And then I'm gonna have an afternoon in Saigon. I'll do a YouTube video, I think, and then I'll catch my flight at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. Just about to run out of memory, but that's enough for this video, I think. Oh, I'm excited. Just getting breakfast. The receptionist at my hotel to say thank you. They like this.